Maritime exercises are frequently conducted to bolster capacity, refine tactical skills, and augment onshore operational readiness. In a remarkable demonstration of commitment to safeguarding national interest and protecting vital infrastructure, the Nigerian Navy has once again showcased unwavering dedication in securing the nation's maritime domain and its assets through organized exercises for operational efficiency. Come on board on this interesting voyage of Nigerian Navy in Focus as this episode of the program. We bring you excerpts from the recently concluded Chief of Naval Staff Annual Sea Exercise, CASI 2023, tagged Unchekwa Oshimiri. My name is Oluwatoyasi Awotunde, your trusted guide on this maritime journey. But before we set sail into the main segment, let's navigate through the week's official activities of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, in the Admiralty logbook.
On the Admiralty logbook this week, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, on Thursday, 7th December 2023, received the President Executive Committee, Alumni Association of National Defense College Nigeria, ANDEC, Air Commodore D.E. Abdullahi retired on a courtesy visit to the Naval Headquarters. The Chief of the Naval Staff was decorated as a patron of the association. The National Defense College is the apex military training institution for the Nigerian Armed Forces and a center of excellence for peace support operations training at the strategic level in West Africa. On Wednesday, 6th of December 2023, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, received the Adjutant General of the California National Guard, Major General Matthew P. Beavers, who was on a courtesy call to the Naval Headquarters. The California National Guard is part of the National Guard of the United States, saddled to respond to domestic emergencies, overseas combat missions, counter-drug efforts, reconstruction missions, and more. The visit was meant to identify with the successes recorded by the Nigerian Navy's contribution in maintaining a piracy-free Gulf of Guinea. On same day, the Managing Director, Abdul Samad Rabiu, Initiative for Africa, a subsidiary of BOA Foundation, Dr. Ubon Udo, was at the Naval Headquarters on a courtesy visit. He was received by the Chief of the Naval Staff in his office. The visit is in recognition of the important role of the Navy in protecting Nigeria's maritime domain, thereby allowing for businesses to thrive. Earlier on Monday, 4th December 2023, the Pioneer National Commissioner and CEO, Nigeria Data Protection Agency (NDPA), Dr. Vincent Olatunji, was on courtesy visit to Naval Headquarters. He was received by the representative of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Rear Admiral O.A. Bankole, Chief of Communication and Information Technology. On the Admiralty logbook this week, the Nigerian Navy Forward Operating Base (FOB) Igbokoda in Ondo on Wednesday, 6th December 2023 at about 10 p.m. detected a 77-meter-long motor tanker MT Vinalaris 1 Lagos engaged in illegal siphoning of crude oil from one of the wellheads at a basin oil field about 7 nautical miles off the coast of Awoye Riverine Community in Ilaje local government area of Ondo State. The vessel was successfully arrested in the early hours of Thursday, 7th December 2023 at about 3 a.m. with 17 crew members of Nigerian nationality on board at the time of arrest. The apprehension of the vessel was based on credible intelligence received by the base on the illegal activities of crude oil thieves at the location, which informed the swift deployment of Forward Operating Base FOB Igbokoda personnel to enforce the arrest of the vessel and her crew. It is important to note that as the anti-crude oil theft patrol team of FOB Igbokoda approached MT Vinalaris 1 Lagos, the two boats attached to the vessel fled on sighting the naval personnel, which confirmed the engagement of the vessel in illegality. On arrival at the scene, it was discovered that the vessel was actively involved in siphoning crude oil from both sides of the wellhead. The vessel's storage capacity is about 15,000 metric tons, and as at the time of arrest, she had loaded about 500 metric tons of crude oil. It was upon the arrest of the vessel by the Nigerian Navy that Tantita Security Service began to raise false alarm, which is totally unfounded and indeed mischievous. Awoye Riverine area, which is close to the place of arrest, is covered by Tantita Security Service. Hence, it is believed that Tantita Security Service TSS is involved in these illegalities. The arrest of MT Vinalaris 1 Lagos attests to the Nigerian Navy's determination to curb crude oil theft and all manners of illegalities in Nigeria's maritime domain. All criminals and their cohorts are hereby warned that the Nigerian Navy will use all legitimate means at its disposal to track and arrest perpetrators of illegalities in Nigeria's maritime environment. While individuals carrying out legitimate business are advised to go about their legitimate activities, the Navy solicits the cooperation of patriotic and well-meaning members of the public to promptly report any form of criminalities, especially in the coastal communities, to the Nigerian Navy for necessary action. The arrested vessel is now in the custody of the Nigerian Navy. The Navy remains resolute in the pursuit of our constitutional mandate of protection of Nigeria's maritime environment for national economic development and prosperity. This symbolic raising of flag here by the Minister of State for Defense, Dr. Mohammed Bello Matawale, on 24th of November 2023, signifies not just the commencement of Chief of the Naval Staff Annual Sea Inspection, KASI 2023, codenamed Nchekwa Oshimiri, but the unfurling of a legacy written in the waves of dedication and patriotism. In a formidable display of naval might, a fleet comprising 13 warships, 88 patrol boats, 2 helicopters, and a formidable force of 4,000 personnel sets sail into the vast expanse of the Atlantic. This is not merely an exercise. It is a resolute assertion of national strength and maritime prowess. Each vessel, each patrol boat, each helicopter represents a commitment to safeguarding our waters, ensuring the security of our maritime borders. As the convoy moves forward, cutting through the waves with purpose, it carries with it the weight of responsibility and the unwavering dedication of the men and women who serve at sea. This is a demonstration of readiness, a live testament to the preparedness of the Nigerian Navy to defend and protect, transcending the boundaries of routine maneuvers. The large-scale deployment signifies a proactive approach, showcasing the Navy's commitment to maintaining a robust presence in the Atlantic, where the challenges are dynamic and the stakes are high. Beyond the numerical count of ships and personnel, it symbolizes a nation's resolve to secure its interests and uphold the principles of sovereignty in the vast maritime domain. The exercise, which covered the nation's maritime environment as well as the Gulf of Guinea, a strategic waterway for international trade and communication, is a testament to the strength of the Nigerian Navy, a symbol of an unwavering dedication to national security. As the waves carry the aspirations of millions of Nigerians for a secured maritime domain,
November Kilo, coming for Delta Kilo.
the 4 days exercise conducted at sea from November 24 to 27, 2023 was designed to enhance maritime security capabilities. In every maritime domain, drills are conducted to stimulate a situation and how a team, individuals or machines should perform in case of an emergency on board ship.
We started our major scenarios centered around anti-piracy activities. We had a merchant vessel simulate a rogue vessel or vessel of interest engaged in anti-piracy activities, of which we dispatched some of our ships like Nigerian Navy ship Aba and Nigerian Navy ship Oji to intercept this rogue vessel and conduct visit, boarding, seizure and search. We were able to achieve this through two means: deploying boats to insert our Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service elements, as well as using our air arm, which we deployed a helicopter with, to insert special forces on board the rogue vessel. We were able to practice ourselves with this, as well as achieve some communication expertise, which we usually do at sea. So far so good. We have been enhanced in this regard.
Among the exercises conducted is a visit, boarding, search and seizure (VBSS) drill, which is crucial to naval sea inspection exercise. It focused on the skills and techniques required for boarding, searching and seizing vessels suspected of engaging in illegal activities. This component is crucial for combating maritime crimes such as piracy, smuggling, and illegal fishing.
Get him on board now!
Man overboard (MOB) was another exercise that was simulated. It involved a professional diver playing the role of the victim. The man overboard drill is a fundamental element of maritime safety training, fostering a culture of preparedness, ensuring the safety of personnel, and maintaining the operational effectiveness of naval vessels. MOB drills focus on minimizing the response time to an emergency. The quicker the response, the higher the chances of successfully recovering the person who has fallen overboard. The Nigerian Navy designed a range of activities to test the operational readiness, combat effectiveness, and interoperability of the naval fleet. The SBS conducted the gunnery exercise, GUNEX, on board NNS Kada. Fleet maneuvers was also conducted. It involves multiple naval vessels operating in close proximity. This challenges the crews to coordinate their movements effectively, fostering teamwork and enhancing overall operational coordination. It ensures that the fleet can function as a cohesive and synchronized unit. In diverse and challenging environments such as open sea, coastal regions and straits, fleet maneuvers prepares naval forces for realistic scenarios they might encounter during actual operations. It also provides an opportunity to practice logistics at sea, including replenishment at sea (RAS).
There are two ways: either they replenish vertical replenishment by helicopters down, or they replenish sea, ship by sea. Their supply ships have come alongside, so they can replenish goods, they can replenish fuel, they can replenish human beings. You understand? That means ships just drop human beings. So that's what we're trying to achieve in this exercise.
The addition of 2 helicopters greatly enhanced the operations capabilities. Helicopters provide unparalleled mobility and versatility. They can swiftly transport personnel and equipment over long distances, conduct search and rescue operations, and perform reconnaissance missions with the ability to hover and land on ships. The protection of offshore assets, including oil rigs and other critical installations, was a focus of the exercise. Naval forces practice strategies to safeguard these assets from potential threats, contributing to the overall security of the maritime domain. Surveillance capabilities were put to the test with a focus on both air and surface monitoring. This component aimed to enhance the Navy's ability to detect, track, and respond to any suspicious activities in the maritime environment. The Chief of Naval Staff Annual Sea Inspection Exercise of 2023 is first for the 22nd Indigenous Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, to showcase the Nigerian Navy's unwavering commitment to ensuring maritime security under his watch. Through the remarkable deployment of personnel, state-of-the-art equipment, and collaborative efforts with crucial stakeholders, the exercise has unquestionably assessed the Nigerian Navy's operational state and readiness. The annual sea inspection is a vital component of the Nigerian Navy's commitment to maintaining maritime security and safeguarding the nation's maritime interests. Exercise Nchekwa Oshimiri serves as a platform for honing operational skills, ensuring equipment readiness, and fostering interagency cooperation in the maritime domain. 5 Rear Admirals of the Nigerian Navy were on board the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Kada for this all-important exercise. Rear Admiral Z.S. Mohammed, Chief of Training and Operations. Rear Admiral O.A. Bankole, Chief of Communication and Information Technology. Rear Admiral G.K. Levi, Chief of Naval Engineering. Rear Admiral H.D. Zakaria, Flag Officer Commanding Naval Doctrine, and Rear Admiral O.K. Oluwagbiri, Flag Officer Commanding Eastern Naval Command. The presence of these very senior officers provided the ship's crew an opportunity to interact and tap from their experience. While the admirals also relish in nostalgia their younger days as sailors, the exercise also provided them with first-hand knowledge of some of the challenges the younger officers may be facing and the state of the ships. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, represented by Rear Admiral Zakaria Mohammed, Nigerian Navy Chief of Training and Operations, expressed satisfaction with the performance of naval personnel during the exercise. The exercise was conducted in line with the Navy's strategic plan and vision to develop a credible naval power in fulfillment of the nation's maritime security objectives.
The Chief of the Naval Staff, the Vice Admiral E.I. Ogala, mandated us to conduct this exercise, Nchekwa Oshimiri. We conducted exercise for 4 days. This exercise has afforded Nigerian Navy to improve the maritime security within the maritime domain. Within this period, we have maintained presence at sea, which we have maintained with more vigor, and this has enabled the Navy to enhance maritime security. Within the period, we interrogated several ships, one of which was found wanting. She had been arrested and escorted to harbor. The exercise too has afforded us, the Navy, to walk up the ships and further the training of the personnel on board the ships for better performance of constitutional mandate of securing Nigeria's maritime domain. Yes, the Nigeria's maritime, that's the split economic zone is within our wider area of maritime interest, which is the Gulf of Guinea. As we have said, our enhanced presence through this exercise has given more confidence to the merchant ships to ply their trade, including other maritime trade to prosper and to be conducted without fear of threat from any maritime criminals. So this has actually enhanced security within the wider Gulf of Guinea, because our sister navies and sister countries, littoral countries in the Gulf of Guinea, are very much abreast that we are conducting this exercise.
Acknowledging the evolving nature of maritime security threats, the Nigerian Navy spared no effort in making this inspection exercise comprehensive and thorough. Exercise in Chekwa Oshimiri has enhanced the training of personnel on board Nigerian Navy ships for better performance in delivering her constitutional mandate of securing Nigeria's maritime domain. As these heroes toil day and night, keeping watch to ensure that our collective assets at sea is protected, we owe them at least our prayers and support. The lessons learned from this annual inspection will contribute to ongoing efforts to protect the nation's maritime assets and maintain a secure environment. Exercise in Chekwa Oshimiri is part of actionable steps taken to end oil theft, sea robbery, sea piracy, illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, among others, in Nigeria's waters. There is no doubt that just as the exercise code name in Chekwa Oshimiri states, our water is now secured.
In the bid to foster civil-military relationship, the Nigerian Navy ship Lugard on Thursday, 7th December 2023, organized a one-day free medical rhapsody for our host community at the naval base in Banda, Lokoja local government area of Kogi State. The outreach was designed to impact positively on the host communities. In a related development as part of the events to mark Nigerian Navy end-of-year activities, the Commandant Nigerian Navy College of Accounts and Finance, Captain O.A. Eyitayo, organized a one-day free medical rhapsody for the people of Umuagbo and Owerita communities in Isiaka local government area of Abia State on Thursday, 7th December 2023. During the event, free blood sugar, hepatitis B and C and rapid malaria tests were conducted. Others were antenatal services, deworming for children and distribution of drugs, treated nurses to members of the community. Also, the good people of Bakassi local government area of Cross River State on Wednesday, 6th December 2023, enjoyed the benevolence of the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Victory as the commander of the base, Commodore V.B. Gwaranwe, accompanied by the Commander Nigerian Navy Reference Hospital Calabar, Captain D.I. Adebayo, flagged off free medical rhapsody. The graduation ceremony of participants of the United Nations Office on Drugs Crime, UNODC, Global Maritime Crime Program, GMCP, held on Wednesday, 7th December 2023 at the Joint Maritime Securities Training Center, GMST, Navy Town, Ojo, Lagos. Participants of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Global Maritime Crime Program were personnel of security agencies of Nigeria, Benin Republic, Togo, Congo, and Equatorial Guinea. The special guest of honor was the Flag Officer Commanding Naval Training Command, Rear Admiral Patrick Wantu. In attendance were also the head of UNODC in Lagos, head of Maritime Crime Program in Nigeria, Mrs. Jane Kimani Kinyazui, as well as the Commander Joint Maritime Security Training Center, Commodore MS Olukoya. The Chief of the Naval Staff Annual Sea Inspection, CASI 2023, ended with the Nigerian Navy standing as a highly proficient maritime force with the capability to influence security outcomes within the nation's maritime domain. The various exercises carried out are game changers, leading to a notable enhancement in the Navy's operational capabilities, instilling confidence in our security architecture and securing the maritime environment. This will ensure mariners carry out their legitimate trade and economic activities with resounding assurance. Like the title of this year's Chief of the Naval Staff Sea Inspection, Nchekwa Oshimiri, states, there is no doubt that the days ahead is already promised a highly secured waters. With this, we conclude today's deployment of the Nigerian Navy in Focus mission. Thank you for sailing through with us. I am Oluwatoyosi Awotunde. Until our next meeting, smooth seas and fair winds. Onward together.